Some of you know I was forced to retire last year before I was ready due to my health. So I wanted to share some things today that I found out, things I've been trying, things that I hope can help some of you who are concerned about the same issues. So first I want to talk about working after retirement. A lot of people are going to have to do that if you know what the statistics are on how much people have saved. And the good news is you don't have to become a greeter at Walmart. You can work from home. You can work online. There's a lot of stuff you can do. One of the things I've done, which I liked, is focus groups. Now, this is not an consistent income or anything like that, but you can pick up a couple $100s here and there. These are done by attorneys who are preparing for, say, a personal injury case, or market research firms. They advertise on Craigslist from time to time, and you go give your opinion for an hour or two and get $100, $200. Pretty nice work. The other thing you can do is tutoring. I see a lot of ads for tutoring right now on Indeed and Craigslist. There's a number of companies who hire tutors. A lot of people, if you're a native English speaker, you can teach English to children in China or Japan. There's a couple companies that do a lot of that. They give you the lesson plans. They give you a format to follow. Not great money, $14, $15 an hour, but it's a lot of it's done for you. If you want more control over what you teach and how you teach it, you can do your own thing and still use a platform to collect the money, schedule things, even a little bit of marketing. You'll get exposure, but you really need to do your own marketing. But you can charge more. You have more control over what you get paid for that. If you like dogs, you have a home with a yard, you can sign up with Rover. I just used that service for my dog, and I met somebody who has 2 dogs of his own. He takes only 1 dog at a time, so it's low stress for him, low stress for the dogs. He's always booked. You can make several $100s a month doing that. If you have a room or something you can turn into a room, RV sitting on your property, anything like that, you can think about doing Airbnb rentals. And there's lots more, but that's just to give you some ideas of stuff that I've been looking at and interested in. Now, I want to talk about investments for a minute. So investments, if you have investments in a 401k or an IRA or in the market, you want to diversify as much as possible. This is going to spread your risk and protect you in the upcoming downturn, whenever that's going to be. We know it's coming. We don't know when. We don't know how bad it's going to be, but it's coming. So the best way to do that, you should have money in stocks, in bonds, in real estate. If you can't do real estate, you can do a real estate trust. You can do international equities and currencies and gold and digital currencies. There's a lot of ways to do it, but the more diversified you are, the better risk protected you are. Sorry, there's my dog. Mutual funds. You want to consider getting out of mutual funds if you have them. This is not financial advice. You need to do your own research and get somebody who's qualified to help you with that. But there's a study done that 90% of mutual funds fail to beat the market over a 15-year period. And not only that, they charge high fees. 3% may not sound like a lot, but over a period of time, it will eat away a big part of your retirement. You can take these and put that same money into index funds. They perform better. They charge like 0.5% instead of 3%. So way better option than mutual funds. If you have a 401k, you are being charged fees. A lot of people don't know that for the management of it. And a lot of them are excessive. One way to check that out is to go to americasbest401k.com/fee-checker. And you can run your fund through there, your 401k or your 403b through there, and they'll tell you whether the fees are excessive or not. I ran my TSP through there when I still had one, and it was actually reasonable, which was good news for me. Another thing you can do, this is very risky, but you can trade in the marketplace. I've started recently dabbling in trading in gold, stocks, and in Bitcoin, digital currency. And, it's certainly not for everyone. You don't want to take money that you only want to trade money you can afford to lose or willing to lose. But I have discovered recently ways that you can do it much more safely. And if anybody's interested in that, you can check with me later. By the way, some of this stuff I have learned is from this book here, Tony Robbins. After the Great Recession, he came out with this book, Money, Master the Game. It's a great book, but it's thick. It's a heavy read. So if you want to get more like a summary of that, he's come out with something called Unshakable. It's got strategies in there, lots and lots of good information. What else? Okay, so if you own a home and you have equity in your home, you can do a reverse mortgage. This is something I learned about when I was a loan officer for a short time. It's not right for everyone, but it might be right for you. So it's something to check into. And lastly, if you fall in one of these categories, you might have some money coming to you that you, or be able to get rid of some debt you didn't think you could. For instance, if you were ever married and now you're divorced, if you were married for 10 years, you've been divorced for at least 2, you're single now, you can claim, under certain circumstances, part of your ex's Social Security benefit. And it doesn't affect his or her benefit at all. They get the same thing either way. But you may be able to get more than you think if you check into that. If you are permanently disabled, you can, and you have student loan debt, you can discharge it. As far as I know, it's the only way to discharge student loan debt. If you have an illness that is considered terminal, you can cash out your life insurance if it has a living benefit, or also known as an accelerated death benefit. If you don't have that or you don't qualify for that, you can borrow against it, or you can sell it at a discount, 50, 60, 70% discount. These are all ways to get money from your life insurance if you have it and you have what's considered to be a terminal illness. That's it for now. Let me know in the comments, please, if any of this was useful to you. I'd like to know that. If there's anything else that I didn't touch on here that you would like to know about, that would be great information for me.